As my previous video explained how to use Power Query to combine multiple worksheet into one worksheet, or combine multiple files into one worksheet. However, in the business world, there were more complicated situation, such as multiple files containing multiple sheet. In this video, I am going to look at how you can import multiple files containing multiple sheets with Power Query. Even if the data isn't formatted in an Excel table, in other words, the worst data layout ever. Hello, welcome to my channel. I'm Anthony. If you want to learn more about Microsoft Power Platform, several application methods and techniques for the relevant groups, remember to subscribe to my channel. It's completely free, then you won't miss any notifications for new films. Copies the folder path in the Explorer that containing your files, and I'm going to open a new Excel workbook. Click the Data tab. To get data from file from folder, and I copy my files folder path. I'm just going to press Ctrl V to paste it. I'll click OK here. Then we pick, Get the information. I can see a list of files in that folder, and I want to transform the data, and this opens the Power Query Editor window, and you can see it contains some metadata about each file. Only two files of Salary 2019 and Salary 2020 are required. I only want to keep the content in column and the name column. The only reason keeping that name column is because it contains the date information. So, right-click and remove the other columns in order to extract the content. I need to add a custom column. I add a custom column to use the Excel workbook function to extract the data from the content column. Double-clicking to add that to my formula, close parentheses on Excel.workbook and click OK. Now if I click in the white space beside the word table in the custom data column, we get a little preview at the bottom. You can see, and this gives me a view of the data that's contained in that object, so on that sheet. And now I can expand the tables by clicking the double-headed arrow at the top, and I'll click OK now. If we look in the custom kind column, we can see a list of all the objects in the files now. If you're importing files that contain tables or named ranges, then they'll be listed here as well, and it's in this column that you can filter out any objects that you don't want. So this is the data that I'm going to consolidate into one table. Now before I expand the tables, I want to remove all the columns that I don't want in my final data set. I'm just holding down Shift to select them: table, name and name 1, because these three be the data I want. I'm going to right-click and remove other columns. So these will be the fields that make up my new file, and I'm ready to expand my tables. So clicking on the double-headed arrow, deselect user original column name as prefix, and I'll click OK now. So scrolling back to the top, I want to promote this first row as my header. Mark the first line of promote. So I can click on this down arrow here and use first row as headers now. First of all, filter unofficial staff from the type of staff, just uncheck it from the list. Then, we need to join the staff number and staff name to one column using the Merge Columns from Transform. I want to just extract the date and discard the .xlsx, so on the Transform tab. I'm going to extract the first characters and I want the first 13 characters that will give me just the date information. Next, I need to separate the word salary and year from the file name. I can split the column again on the Transform tab. We'll split it by delimiter and we'll use the underscore as the delimiter. You can see it's automatically detected that I want a custom delimiter and it's populated it for me. So I don't need to do any more other than click OK. So now I have my month and my year information. Then month information transform to a number. After that, all I need to do is join them back together to make a proper date. So going to add a custom column. This will be my date column and I'm going to use the date function to rebuild my date. The arguments for the date function are year, month and day. So let put in the year column. 1 contains the month. I'm just going to add a 1 for the first day of each month. So all of my dates are going to be for the first of each month. That's fine for this example. I'll click OK. And there's my date column. I don't need these columns anymore, so just selecting them and press the delete key to get rid of them. Let's give this query a better name. This name will be the name of the table when you load it into Excel, so with my query name updated, I'm ready to load my data. So on the Home tab, close and load to here I get to choose where I want the data placed. From now on, try to automate the process by importing a new month data. Open the folder that containing the 2020 January to April salaries file and save it as 2021. We create the salaries file of 2021 from January to April. This folder has contained 2019 to 2021 3-year salaries files. Open the All Salary file and press Refresh to update the new importing data. Check whether the 2021 salaries data are properly imported. Here is the data. OK,